Hello, this is JilliBling of JilliBling.com, and I have a project to share with you using, guess, Posted For You stamp set. I know I've already done one or two using this, but I keep finding more and more ideas, and I love this card. This one was designed by Artisan Jan Clothier, and I love it. Isn't it cute? Her birds, excuse me, they were all pink, and I added just a little bit of brown and little pink tummies to them. But it's so pretty. I want to do another card like this today, but maybe a different layout and in purple posy. I love that color. It's going to be going away in May. Don't like that, but I understand the concept. I like the in color concept. So let's get started. We'll be using Reinkers, a blender pen, Versamark heat embossing. So let's get started. I have some things. I started this video just a minute ago, okay, 3 minutes ago, and I started coughing. So I can't restart the video, so I'm just going to start over again. But some of the things are already complete. But that's okay. That will make this one quick. And it's not hard at all. Purple Posy. So there's a Purple Posy blend and no ink pad, paper, ribbon, and I've been using Highland Heather, kind of diluted, and that works just fine. Okay. Good. So in this stamp set there is Love, the Birdies, which was used on the Rococo Rose card. I want to use this one. And I have it heat set with Versamark and Stampin' Up! Silver embossing powder. And I colored one in. And here is the silver little backing. And yes, they are the same size, so we'll just kind of offset it a little bit. How about like that? Oh, and for the background, I want to use this new embossing folder. Well, it's new to me. It's called Scripty. I haven't used it yet. But before you texture your paper on the front, make sure to stamp. So when you look at this one, it was stamped using Rococo Rose. And then after that, there's the subtle texture. So, because there is no ink pad for Purple Posy, I'm going to do this one a little bit more neutral. So I stamped just a note a few times over, full strength, second, third strength, and now I'll texture it. So here it is textured, and that came out just fine. This was about as far as I got, and then I started coughing. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if it's allergies or what, because usually I feel just fine. Then all of a sudden, coughing like crazy. Okay. Ooh, it's starting to happen. So I'll attach this. And I'll show you about the coloring. Not that it's all that fancy, but, and it's like if you watched the video doing the Granny Apple Green, it's the same color technique as this using Reinkers. Okay, so here's that. And then on some scratch paper, I stamped just a note and I heat embossed that. I cut little flags in the side, so that can go right about here. I'm just going to lay it all out for now. And then on this paper, I'm going to stamp in crumb cake to the postmark special delivery. Dirty. Okay, now I will use a hole punch. This is the punch that comes with the bundle, the Posted For You bundle. So I'll punch out this one. And this one. And if ever you have something that's too small, oh, I think I could do this. But I have a little trick I'll show you. So say this was still in here, your fingers couldn't get in far enough. Here, I'll show you a good bad example. Okay, so this paper here perfectly will fit the stamp. Let's just do it. Okay, stamped. So now you want to punch it out, and your fingers won't go in there. The punch will work, but you need a handle. So just take any scrap piece of paper, check your little garbage can, put a hint of adhesive on it, put this in the corner. Look at that handle. Just like that. It works. Okay, so now I have 3 of them. That's good. Might use all 3 of them. So this one can go, I like the special delivery words. That one could go there. I don't know. This one, kind of like the layout of the Rococo Rose card. This one could go down here. And I want to use polka dotted tulle. I love this stuff. So I have a little piece. Maybe that could go up through here. Okay. And I want to color this and cut it out just so I have a few pieces. See how there's the flowers through here? So I'll do the watercoloring with the aqua painters right now. This one goes inside. That one I did before I started coughing. So these little pieces are that same stamp, and this one is here. Hold on. This one is here. Here and here, and I'm just going to color those in the same way that I colored in this. It is Highland Heather. So the colors I'll be doing in the re-inkers are Highland Heather, Old Olive, Rococo Rose, and Soft Suede. I don't know that I'll use the Rococo Rose, but on a little piece of window sheet, if you can, put just a drop on them. So Highland Heather, Old Olive, Rococo Rose, and Soft Suede. And I always put them alphabetical just because when you look at them in that state as just a drip, they all look the same. Here's my blender pen. Blender pen has 2 sides. And let's color these in. So make sure there's no color in it. And then to control how much color and how strong the color is, if you take your blender pen and pull the ink out a little bit, this is where you control how much color is on it. Otherwise, it'll just be really dark, almost black, which could be okay for the inside of the flower, but I want a little bit more control over it. So after I finish the coloring right here, and you can see that I'm doing it really light right now. So see how it's light? And then I'll go back. Maybe I'll pick up a little bit more light. And just do the outside edges. Just because it's going to be against white, I want just a hint of color. Then I know that I still have some color on here, so I'll start working on this one to make it lightly colored, especially by the outside edges. And I'm going to go back and put on like a second layer of color, but a little bit darker. Okay, so now I'm going to go right into the drip of ink. So this is going to be really dark Highland Heather. And I wish I had Purple Posy, but I don't. But this will do. Can you see how it's darker toward the center? Okay, then I'll do this one. Same thing. And a lot of this is going to be hidden underneath the postage stamp. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Not that I'm ever perfect. And I do like to have different variations of color. A little bit of light, a little bit of heavier. Because, you know, if I took the time to color it in, I want it to be known. I colored it. Look at all those different variations of color. Okay, so that's all I need for purple. So with your blender pen, just get the color out of there. And now I'll go into olive. Old olive. And once again, I'm going to try to get different tones of green. Some light, some a little bit darker. And I'll hold this up here in just a minute. Not that I do it perfect at all, but just so you know what I'm talking about. Maybe a little bit darker. Just a few spots. Okay. So on this green, you could see that there's some that's really dark, some that goes a little bit lighter. You know, Mother Nature does a whole lot of playing with color. Okay, so that is it. Well, you know what, the stems, I can do them soft suede. And I'm not even sure that they're going to show. But just in case they do. Yeah, there's not much. Okay, and that's cleared out. So I'm going to take these, put this off to the side, because my luck, I would put paper in it. I've done that before. I'm done with the re-inkers. Okay, so let's assemble this thing. Oh, and after you do the watercoloring, turn them all over. Just because where the heat embossing is, many times the ink will pull up on there. And see how much ink came off of there? When I was working on the Rococo Rose card, I held on to it and then I touched right up here and there's a green blob of ink. So I strategically put a pearl. That's why I put pearls on it. Yeah, right. No. Okay, so let's start assembling this. So I'm going to put some, well, you know, hold on, I had a plan. On my phone, I took a picture of how I wanted to place them right before I cut them all apart. So this one I want up here. Do you use your camera on your phone for all kinds of other things? Like taking pictures of serial numbers underneath the sink just so that you could blow it up and you could read it? Yeah. And my flashlight, I use flashlight all the time. A little bit of that stem is showing. Okay. Then, thank you phone. Then I'll put some dimensionals on the back of my postage stamp. Probably more than I need because I put all that adhesive back here. Normally I would put just 4. But not today. Well, I don't need 3 more. That's ridiculous. Okay, so 1 over here. Oh my gosh, I am using that many. I'm going to put a little one out there. Crazy. Little one out here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that turned out pretty. Where should these go? This can go, okay, right there. This one can go there. Put adhesive on the back of these circles. Just a gluey mess. Oh, postage stamp up and down. How about right here? Okay. And now this, oh, I want my little tool. Tool, that can go. How should I stick that down? Just like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, and so the words, I'm going to put adhesive on the tip and dimensionals on the back. Okay. Oh, I like that one. I like Jan's too, but I like this one. Make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so pearls, I will put on 5. Say odd numbers are good. Okay, and after this, I'll be done with this bundle. I keep using it. I really like it. Oh, and I don't have any smears on my postage stamp after coloring it, so I really don't need to put one on here. But I think I will, just because I like it. Do you hear Bo out the back window? He's saying, hey, let me in. So for this, let's see, just a note, just a note. There's those long words that I like for the inside. Sending love your way. That's nice. And that's this one. Should I heat set it? Or should I stamp it in the neutrals? I think I'll stamp it in the neutrals. Crumb cake. Oh, that turned out good. Okay, and then from the stamp set, I stamped this, cut it and colored it out. Look at all the colors on it. See how dark I did that green, and then these greens are lighter? That one turned out good. So I'm going to put this on the inside. Oh, you know what? Remember how I punched this out? Should that go there? That's kind of cute, huh? I'm so artsy. Special delivery, right in the middle. Let me stick this down. I just had planned on putting this flower only in here, but that's pretty. So I'm going to do it just flat. Dimensionals, I don't think they belong inside. I like it. Okay, there it is. Isn't that pretty? Does it look like it's off center? Well, the circle is centered. Maybe. Can I lift it up? No, I'm tearing stuff. Okay, there we go. I will put pictures of all this on my blog. My blog is JilliBling.com, including paper size measurements and all the products used. Thank you for tuning in, and if you can, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!